It may be a new year, but not a lot has changed in your storm tracker forecast. Our Kentucky tundra deep freeze continues. It is 8 degrees, so that's our second morning in a row. We finished the year out yesterday morning with a single-digit low, the first of the season, first since last January in Lexington, and now we're doing it another morning in a row, and we're likely going to have more shots at it this week. But it's that wind chill that is problematic and potentially dangerous. Also, if you look at the sidewalks right along the streets here in downtown Lexington and other spots, we had just a hint of some snow showers firing up, a little light powdery coating for some. I had a little bit of it at my house, but officially trace amounts out of Bluegrass Airport. And the big deal, of course, remains the cold. We have a northwest wind sustained at 6 miles per hour, so there's the temperature in the single digits and close to zero north with some low teens south. But then you throw the wind chill in, which, again, is out of the northwest, between about 5-10 miles per hour. Feels like it's 2 below. 10 below up in Covington, and you've got a wind chill around the low teens in our eastern counties. Feels like it's 4 in London, 3 below in Pulaski County down in Somerset, 6 below in Monticello. Forecast highs today clearly going to be struggling. We may only hit the mid to upper teens. And if you look at our bitter blast, we are now 7 consecutive days at or below freezing. That's since Christmas Day in the morning when we went below freezing. We haven't been back above it since. Since we're not going to get anywhere near it this week, we could get into about a 2-week run in Lexington without getting above 32 degrees. The longest time we've done that, the longest stretch, was 18 days back in the late 70s. But if you look at the overall coldest lows for December, January, getting into February, you got to be down around 20 below. So, I mean, it's cold, but it can always be colder unless you're in this range. Our last single-digit low, of course, was yesterday morning. And then the last low at or below zero was 2 below, but that was back in March of 2015. So it's been a while since we've hit 0 or lower. Clearly, we've got a wind chill advisory in effect due to this bitter cold. The wind chill anywhere from 5 to 15 below. You can't get into frostbite territory here in as little as 30 minutes. You just want to be extra cautious. It's not up for southeastern Kentucky, but pretty much everywhere else it is. And look at the expanse of warnings and advisories. Wind chill warning, it's bitter cold here. You want to think about how much colder it is north and west, though. My goodness, they've got that wind chill warning going all the way on towards Indy, and an advisory goes as far south as North Florida and South Texas. That's the Max Track. Lake effect stuff. You got the telltale bands coming off the lakes up around Marquette, northern Michigan, up towards Traverse City, and you've got showers down south, bit of a mix out towards West Texas. We are so dry, we are so cold that there isn't much happening as far as any kind of precipitation. We may have some flurries around this morning, mostly sunny skies this afternoon. Highs, struggling, mid to maybe upper teens around 20 down south, partly to mostly sunny. That wind chill advisory remains in effect through tomorrow early afternoon because tonight it will be bitterly cold. Been talking about moon viewing. This will be ideal conditions for it due to how cold and stable and clear it is. Problem is, you just can't be out in it much longer than a few minutes. So that supermoon coming up, the full wolf moon overnight and into tomorrow morning. We're going to get a closer look at that in your next storm tracker forecast. But there's the cold persisting through the rest of the week. We're just not going anywhere. Highs in the 20s, at times teens, lows, single digits around 0 tomorrow morning, and then single digits all the way through early parts of the weekend. There is change, though, a little pattern shift there. You see temperatures actually getting above freezing and some rain chances at the end of the 8-day. Still a ways out there. We've got some really cold stuff to get through before we get there.
Tom, thanks.